Welcome to another video. In this video, we'll show you how to send emails via Salesforce in Titan Web. So what I've done is I've created a simple use case. What we're going to do is we're going to create a contact, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to send emails to that contact that has been created, but via Salesforce. So I've got first name, last name, email, and an upload field. The first thing I want to do is configure the Salesforce push. So let's go ahead and do that now. Configure action, Salesforce, configure Salesforce integration, configure a push. What this one is going to do is going to create a contact. So create contact. In the mapping here, we will do last name, we will do first name, and we will do email. Right, done. And I'm not going to bother pushing the attachment to Salesforce because I just don't think it's needed for this use case, and I want to save as much time as possible. So when that's done, I want to create a contact. Now I do want to return the record ID too, because I'll tell you why that's important in the last few minutes. So first thing first, I want to create a variable, and I'm just going to create a system variable here. You can create a static one, and I will call this contact ID. All right, and I'm going to click apply. So what's going to happen is when this contact is created, we're going to return that contact ID to my variable here. All right, click apply, save. Next up, let's focus on the email configuration via Salesforce. So we'll go over to tools, go over to emails, and I've created one here, but I'm going to delete it. We're going to create a new one, and we're going to call this send via Salesforce. Sends emails via Titan from Salesforce. Alright, so this is your description and your name. Now your recipients, for me, the first recipient is going to be my email field. Whoever's going to put their email in there, they are going to be the recipient. CC, you can use the same thing. You can create another hidden field onto Titan Web and use that, or you can use static. I'm just going to use static here for now. BCC the same way. Field or static. We'll leave this empty for now. Reply to, same way. So we'll use static here as well. Now, there are a few things you need to be mindful of here. So when we go to send via Salesforce, you need to actually define an org-wide email address. So I'm going to come back to this in a second. I'm not going to save it. I'm going to close it. And what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Salesforce and we're going to create an organization-wide email address. If you want to know how to access this, you just type this and then click on this option here, and then it will bring you to this screen. Click add, and then I'm just going to go ahead and give it a name, and my email. And I'm going to allow it for all profiles, but you may choose whatever you see fit. Click save. Now the first thing that's going to happen is the verification process is going to roll. So which means this email should get an email from Salesforce, and this is where Salesforce confirms that this email is legit and you have to verify it. So let me show you where that is. So here in my inbox here, I've got an email from Salesforce. It's saying, hey, we received this following request, this email here, can you verify it? And all I need to do is click on this link and it will go ahead and verify it. So it'll say, thank you for verifying, we're done. Now, all I got to do is go back into Salesforce here, give this a bit of a refresh, and you will see instead of a resend, it will be verified. Cool, there you go, verified. So this one's good to go. Next is using the templates from Salesforce. So I've created this cool template, and this is what we're going to use to send the data. Notice the merge fields, these are coming from Salesforce, and I'm going to use this one, and it's called Titan New Contact Template. So if we head over back to the configuration, and I'm going to create the process again, send via Salesforce in Titan Web. And I'll add this here as well. Recipient, we know it's going to be my email field. Static, it will be static, Titan at form, titan.com. Don't care about BCC for now, but I will set a reply to. Now send via, we're going to choose Salesforce, and there is my org-wide email address. And now I can choose that. You can also use Titan mail server as fallback in case this one fails. I'm not going to do that, I'm going to leave it as it is. The content is, again, you can use two ways. You can either use a static variation here that you can draft yourself and send it, or you can use from Salesforce. So remember, I've got this template here called Titan New Contact Template. So what we're going to do is we're going to choose that. So over here, Titan New Contact Template. Now understand that this template uses the record IDs from Salesforce. So where do we get that from in Titan Web after the record is created? Well, it's from the actual parameter that we created in the custom variables. The attachment, it's going to be this attachment of file upload field. All right, so this is good to go. Now, here's what's going to happen is we're going to create the contact, and the record ID is going to get passed to my variable here, and then I'm going to write a condition. I'm going to say when my variable is not empty, which means the contact has actually been created and the ID has been passed, then go ahead and send an email. So we're going to send our email, and we're going to choose our org-wide email here, like that. Click apply, 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 and save. And I've enabled debug mode because I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So let's go ahead and preview. I'm going to call this config via Salesforce, and then we will go ahead and put my email in there. We'll choose a file from Salesforce and then click submit. Now in the debug, notice I've passed the ID upon creation. So now this condition that we had, if this is not empty, send the email, is going to go ahead and run. And I'm going to show you where the emails have ended up. So over here now, into my email, you can see the emails come through. All right. So here it is. The first, look, you can see the from is titan@formtitan.com, obviously to me, and the CC. And then this is the attachment that we just had. So this is pretty cool. And then this is the template. So you can see that thank you for signing up, dear config, thank you for signing up to a mailing list. We're excited to have you part. Your registration email is this. So the merge fields are working beautifully as well because of the record ID that we passed. And then if I go over to the CC, and I'll just come out of here quickly, the CC will appear in here as well. So here it is, Titan Web registration, dear config, thank you for signing up for mailing list. We're excited to have you a part of the team. Here's your email. And then from there on, you can even see the attachment being attached. So a lot of steps in there, but it's actually pretty straightforward once you know how to do it. And yeah, and that's how you send via Salesforce.